Alright, so we're in Missouri, uh, living near, living close to where I was born, um, near my grandmother, um, and my mom had moved back also. I'm finishing high school and working, and I met this. So my oldest is like 2. We moved back when she was about 18 months old, and she's about 2. And I meet this guy through this pastor guy, friend of mine, and his wife and their kids. Like my daughter was going to preschool with. I met them, and they were friends. Like my daughter was friends with their kids, and um, so I meet this guy. I'm like, okay, he's nice, whatever. We start hanging out, and during this time, me and my mom, um, I had moved in with her when I moved back. When I moved back here, and we got into it because we just we don't get along great. And so me and my baby were actually sleeping outside of my high school, and we would wake up. I would hear the cars in the morning, and that's how we would wake up, and I would get us ready and get her to daycare and get me to school. And like we were living in my car, like that's how terrible it was. And I meet this guy and was like, okay, I gotta get an apartment. And I started working at Toys R Us, and I get this little bitty apartment on South Side, which is like not the best neighborhood, but this little bitty apartment for $185 a month. A little ghetto apartment, had mice, had roaches, like it was bad, but I had to have something. And I was only 17, so I couldn't sign a lease. I had to have this guy, this guy sign the lease. He was terrible. And oh my god, it was terrible. But anyway, we finally get an apartment. My mom's calling CPS on me, talking about I'm on drugs, all this and stuff. I was not on drugs. She was trying to take my baby from me. The one that she was trying to, you know, 2 years ago, she wanted to get rid of her, and now she wants her. I'm trying to finish school. I'm going to school in the summertime just to get done early. Like, I'm just like, leave me alone. Just let me get my life. Like, leave me alone. Making me pee test all the time because she's telling them I'm on drugs, trying to get my baby. I'm like, I'm not. That's not what this is. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was trying to get my life together. And I start talking to this guy. We end up I move out of that janky apartment. My timeline's getting messed up, I think, but I was couch hopping with friends of mine and met a whole bunch of good people, but I end up pregnant again. And the guy I'm dating, we'd been dating, he was staying with me and everything. He vanishes for 2 weeks. I told him I was pregnant. He disappeared. It's like, great. Now what? So, I'm almost done high school. I turned 18. I'm almost done high school. I'm like, I can't. So, trying to get done with high school, get figure this all out, And he shows back up and he's like, well, why don't we'll move with my parents. And I'm like, okay. So I graduate high school and we moved like an hour away from where I'm at now, in with his parents and his siblings. And that was not a good idea. Um, I'm big pregnant, and he tells me, I had a dream that I cheated on you. I was like, what? You had a dream? Yeah, I had a dream I cheated on you. I was like, what? Yeah, well, guess what? He gave me an STI in real life, but he got it from a dream. How stupid does he think? He thinks I'm that stupid, really? So, yeah, my second daughter, second baby daddy. Yeah, this house smart. Yeah, yeah. I forgive him because now I'm gonna have 2 babies and no baby daddy. So I'm gonna forgive him. Okay, we start planning a wedding. He asked me to marry him. We were planning a wedding, right? And then I'm like, but I gotta go back to Cape because I can't. No, I'm not doing this. I gotta be near my family. So we moved back to where I'm close to my family. And yeah, well, he was sleeping with everybody. Everybody. It didn't matter. He was sleeping with everybody. I didn't know it, but he was sleeping with everybody. And yeah, that was not a fun time. And the girls, they like to come tell me about it. So I'm big fat pregnant, and I got all these women telling me how, come to the house, want to beat me up, all this stuff. I'm like, I don't understand. It was terrible. It was absolutely horrible. And I'm supposed to be marrying this man, and he's just a piece of trash. And totally different than my first experience, because he was great until that thing happened, and this one was very physically abusive and sleeping with everybody, and was a UFC fight all the time. Although I was fighting back at that point. It was absolutely horrid. Sick. I was so sick. A fun birth story. Her birth story's kind of fun. Yeah. So, 19 years old. I turned 19. 2 weeks later, I had her. And I wouldn't trade her either, because I love her to death. But now I got 2 babies, 2 baby daddies that aren't worth of nothing. So I'm good. I'm a single mama. And I'm going to do this by myself, because these men ain't. So after that, I get my stuff together and get my, start going back to school, working on getting my nursing degree, or start going to college get my nurse. I wanted to be a nurse. I'd already had my CNA. I got that while I was in high school, and I was like, this is what I'm gonna do. I gotta do this, right? So trying to raise these 2 kids by myself, got them in daycare, no help from these 2 fools because they ain't doing nothing, and just doing my thing. I had a couple idiot boyfriends in between times who all were UFC fighters. Not really, but they like to use me as a punching bag. And punching bag, and they were just serial cheaters. I don't understand why men can't just, they just want to just sleep with everything. I don't, I've never understood that because that's not been my thing. I'm too busy. I'm too busy for all that. But anywho, so I'm working full time. Let's see, what was I doing? Was I going to school? I can't remember. I know I was working full time. Might even had 2 jobs. Most of the time I had 2 jobs. And I was not looking for no relationship. I was done. I was so over it. I was tired. I was so tired of men. Ridiculous. So over it. And I had a roommate. She lived in, I had this little bitty house. It was a cute house. I wish I still had it. It was so cute. A little tiny 2-bedroom, 1 bath, with a basement, a shower in the basement, washer and dryer. Like, it was so cute though. Big backyard with big old tree. Kids played in the backyard. Like, it was so cute. But so my second daughter, she was almost 2 years old, and my roommate she stayed in the basement, and we had went out to a bar, called Mudsuckers, and it was the day, it must have been the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, because I couldn't figure out why I was out, because I wouldn't have, I would randomly have my cousin watch my kids for me so I could go hang out. Like, I didn't go out all the time, but I would go out to the club or the bar or something randomly, and my younger cousin would watch my kids for me. And but I guess it was the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and so we had went to the bar, and she met up with her friend, and he was like, "Hey, have you met Baby John?" I was like, I look at this dude, right? This dude's 6'7", tall, skin, like, I don't know, 190 pounds, 6'7", and I'm like, Baby John, the hell, baby? No, I think not. But anyway, that would be another one.